Everyone, welcome to the new video. So today we'll understand the hierarchy that has been followed in AWS and Azure cloud. So let's go. So when we talk about AWS and Azure, both are giving us the cloud services, and almost the services are the difference is in naming conventions and everything, but the service that the that it is providing is almost same. And there is a difference in UI and many other thing, how it is named, how the services are named, the hierarchy. So hierarchy structure is different in both the AWS and Azure. So before starting anything, we'll understand the hierarchy in AWS and Azure. So first of all, we'll go with AWS. So in AWS, the root level is organization. It is known as organization. Like we are in whatever company or XYZ company. So that's an organization. Then comes the subsidiary level. Then the second level, or what you can say, subsidiary level. Then comes the organizational units, OU, or you can say organizational. It's put it units. So it can be finance, it can be marketing, it can be development. So you can divide the organization in many OU, in many accounts. Then comes the third level, comes the AWS accounts. So there are accounts which are created in the OUs, and these accounts, they're specific to AWS regions. So if it's in North Virginia, so AWS account in North Virginia will be different. But if there is some other, if it is in India or it's in Mumbai region, so the AWS accounts in that region will be different. So then comes the AWS account, and then comes our resources. Whatever resources we are gonna create in that account. So it can be, EC2, it can be it can be S3, it can be any database. So whatever you are going to create, that comes inside the AWS account. You can more, uh, uh, culminate all these things and form one more group kind of thing that you so that will come in fourth level, and all these resources will go inside the fifth level. So this is the hierarchy which is there in AWS. Whereas in Azure, the root level is Azure tenant. So the root level is Azure tenant. It's like an organization only, or you can say a tenant. Then comes the second level, comes the management group. You know what? Again, it can be like a. So again, it is like a, or what you can say, like HR, marketing. So these are the management group that we can create, or we can even say IT. Okay, these are the management groups that we are creating, and inside these management groups, the resources of only these groups will be created. So this is a kind of isolation that we are creating from with for each group or for each account in an organization. So third level will be subscription. So each management group will have few subscription. Okay, there can be multiple subscription in each management group. We'll create, like we create HR subscription one. Then whatever naming group you want to follow, your organization is following, that we have to give HR subscription to. So there can be many subscriptions inside the management groups. Then comes fourth level, resource group. So we don't have any such term in AWS, resource group, but we have this proper term in, in Azure resource group. So inside each subscription we can have multiple resource group, or we can say RGs. So RGs will be created, and inside the RGs we have the resource. So RG can be anything, you can name it anything. Like if we want, if we have several teams, so if HR, in HR team there, in in an XYZ company there are various accounts. There is a finance account, there is a marketing account, and in that marketing account we have HRs. And again, according to the projects there will be different HR teams, right? So for each project we'll be creating the subscription, different subscription, and for that each project the different RGs will be created that will be used by the teams. So in this RGs, so RG's naming convention can be anything. RG1, right now I'm taking RG2, but can have any naming convention, whatever is being gonna follow in our organization. We can give any naming convention which we will have, that there should be a definite length of the RG that we are creating. So there are criterias which we, so to keep the process standard and everything, we create the template that only we should have the RG name created of this much length, and it should be formed by these characters, so that we can form and set it as a standard. So that, why we are setting this, because it helps in the automation purpose. So whenever we are going to automate anything, or work on anything, any automation, so to fetch the RGs with specific characters or something, it will be easy. So that's why the process, standard process should be followed. If we are creating RGs with any name, any length, anything, then it will be a mess for us when we are in future, when we are going to automate anything. That's why there should be a standard process. We should be, before defining the hierarchy and everything, this should be decided. So then next level comes the fifth level, which is known as the services that are going to be inside the, so inside the RG1 resource we can have multiple VMs, we can have DBs, we can have disk, we can have vault, anything. So similarly, like in fourth level in AWS we had EC2, and we have its own database. Then we have the S3, then we can have the secret manager, everything. It's the secrets can be stored in the secret manager. Similarly, we can create the VMs inside the RGs, and then the databases, then disk. So this RG will be used by one team or multiple teams, that can be decided. So accordingly, whatever the resources that are being running, accordingly these clouds charge the organization for how much hours they are running, how much capacity is there that they are using, how much CPU, how much memory, and everything. And according to every calculating everything, they charge the organization. So what we have, we can stop the VMs, we can stop we can stop few services depending on their need, that if they are not needed at specific time, then we can stop the resources, so that at that time, till the time they are not running, the organizations are not charged, because the cost is also going high if they are permanently running. So of course the productions VMs are permanently running, but we can do some automation for the dev VMs. So I hope the difference in the hierarchy between both the clouds are clear to everyone. Still, so yeah, that's all. That's all for today's video. I hope it's helpful. Please let me know your views in the comment section. Till then, take care. Bye.